Welcome to the Nerd Party.
I'm Darren Moser.
I'm Philip Gilfus.
I'm Daniel Prue.
And this is City Alpha 3.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to SETI Alpha 3, a Star Trek podcast here on the Nerd Party Network. I'm your host, Daniel Prue, and joining me, as always, are my two best buds, Philip and Darren. Hey, guys, how's your week been?
I'm currently stuck in a time vortex because this country fell back an hour yesterday, so I'm in this weird thing of not knowing time between you and me and all that stuff, and then you catch up with us eventually when you do your time change, and so yeah. So
I know
time
ours
vortex.
isn't until next week, so
Yep.
I don't know why.
Is it next soon?
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
okay.
next
All right.
Sunday, but I don't know why it can't be the same day. I guess.
Hey, you
Trick
had a revolution,
something?
and that was one
I
of the
don't
things.
You? What do you mean you? You're one of us.
You renounced your citizenship yet, Philip?
So we're recording this the day before Halloween. So who is going to walk around in their Starfleet uniform tomorrow just because they can get away with it?
Not I.
No, you're not doing anything? Anything for Halloween? Anything going on?
It's
You're
not
going to dress up as your stormtrooper, Darren?
I mean, he does that every day, so that's not really a...
That's true. That's true.
I may wear my officer. We built a Poltergust 5000 backpack for my son's Luigi costume. So
That's awesome.
I did-
You have to
I saw that
send some
picture.
pictures.
It was cool.
Oh, I didn't see it. If it's already out there, I'll take a look, but that's great. Man, I need to go pack and play some more. That's a great game. What about you, Philip? I think I asked you this before, but
Yeah.
Halloween's a thing, right? Over there?
It's not as big of a thing. I mean, it's still acknowledged. Like, I was watching Strictly Come Dancing with the Stars, and they were having a Halloween theme, so it was all sort of, spooky and movie references and all that. But I mean, it's not as big of a thing in America. Like, if I put my head out the window tomorrow night, I don't think I'll see any kids walking around. And of course, I live in the middle. I live in downtown, so I mean, it's not like if you live in a neighborhood, it might be different, but
Sure.
not big of a thing.
All right, that's fair. I also will be turning off the lights and locking the doors so nobody comes begging me for candy because I have none.
are you going to watch a scary movie, Daniel, or Haunting of Deck 12, perhaps? No.
We did. My wife and I, Jessica, last night, just to get in the spirit of things, we did watch finally. I know it's been out a while. Werewolf by Night, the Marvel
how was it?
Yeah.
short film. Yeah, I mean it's it is. It's just a little short because it's like just a long episode. It's like 45 minutes. It's not even 50 minutes. So it's just a cute little thing.
Interesting. Well, I might check it out. But we're not talking about Halloween because we already did that. We're actually going to talk about in with the old and out with the new, or something like that. We're having a bit of a transition time here in Star Trek land. We've got the last episode of Season 3 of Lower Decks, and we'll get into it. We have another episode of Star Trek Prodigy. I have a theory about it, but I think maybe we should start with Lower Decks because we're going to give it its proper send-off, I think, right, for Season 3.
Now, my question for Darren is, what California-class vessel would he have named?
Well, I grew up in Vacaville, so when Vacaville was said, I squeed. That was very exciting. I'm like, I mean, they're just, it's like that scene from Ted where they're just cramming so much into one scene, and they're just listing off. I'm like, wait, did they say that? And I had to rewind and play that scene a couple times, but yeah, it makes sense that all the Cali classes are named after cities, so that was fun.
What is the is it the obscure or small? Like, what do you think they're going for?
I could not make sense. Like, there was no
Is Barstow too well known? There's not a USS Barstow.
I mean,
Was it all like, this was my question, and I was thinking about you the entire time that scene was going on. I'm like, Darren has got to be loving this. Is it all like geographically constrained in some ways? Like, is it all like,
now I need to go map it. I need to map it out. I don't think so. I think it's literally like probably people who just know, like, who grew up in these towns. Like, they probably just picked it for production reasons. I'm guessing.
But there was no like Los Angeles, right?
No.
Maybe that's like a
Too big,
bigger
too big.
class.
Yeah.
So the big major cities.
If it was a nuclear sub at some point in America's history, it was not a California class.
It was a very interesting scene. My God, talk about jumping into the deep end here, Philip. But I did think it was silly, which is fine. For Lower Decks, it's fine. The idea... So in most of the Star Trek's history, they're the only ship in the quadrant, and then all of a sudden all the California-class ships are, between wherever Mariner was and wherever she showed up at the end. But it was fine. It was actually, I thought the moment worked really, really well. And it was kind of a sweet...
It's like the
rally
underdogs
moment.
Cali class. Cali class. Cali class.
It was, they do like a big finale every season, and this one didn't disappoint. I'm like, how are they going to top like last season? But all the Cali class just showing up was awesome.
I was way too slow in the uptake because you could have probably figured it out by the end of the previous episode. But I was halfway through this episode when I finally figured out, Texas versus California. Oh, okay. I see what we're doing here.
Well, in the title, "The Stars at Night" are deep and bright. Texas.
No, I didn't get that. No, I didn't get that.
Hey, that's new information to
I get
me
it.
as well.
Thank you.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Either
so-
of you got that from the song?
I didn't. No. I mean, now that you've said it, I mean,
Yeah.
hey, from Pee Wee's Big Adventure, how can you not?
But yeah, and I think it's also implied that the Admiral is from Texas.
What is it? Because I remember just his name is like Good Guy, right? Because his name is Buena something, right?
Is it not Vista? One of Vista? No, that's
No.
Oh, I can't remember now.
But anyway, I just thought that was funny. That was like, and then at the end, well, not near the end, like, oh, you're one of those admirals who were like, no, I think I'm evil. No, yeah.
Turns out he was just a Badmiral. The Lower Decks version of a Badmiral.
Yes.
We got a new class of ship, which was the Texas class of ship, which we saw. I guess it's just drones, which is...
It kind of was a little Equinox-y.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The ships, the design, definitely. It was so weird to me that they kept cutting into the interior of the Texas class, and there was like a view screen that had things on it. I'm like, if nobody's on the ship, why do we have a bridge? Why do we have a view screen? It should just show a computer thinking, I guess. I thought the whole time that Badgie was coming back at some point, but you never did.
No, you watched the end, right?
I did, yeah.
The after credits.
Was there an after credits?
Yes. Daniel. Oh no, my young Padawan.
Does he finally show up? Because I was.
Yes.
No, I didn't see the after credits.
There's you too. I'm the only one who saw the after credits. Yes, there's an after credits
Lower
scene.
Decks. It's not supposed to have over credits.
It's not a Marvel thing. What the heck?
I mean, I will just describe it in 10 seconds. Basically, you just see a mysterious ship. Kind of reminds me of the pirates from Peanut Hamper. I don't know if that was the same ones, though, but you sort of see that tractor beam go down to some sort of like debris field, and you see the debris being tractored up, and then you just see Badgie's face flash in it.
So like because they implied that the program came from the code that Rutherford made for Badgie. And so it's like the heart of it is Badgie. I mean, there were a lot of plot lines sewn up in this episode, like the Admiral. We had Rutherford's
Flashbacks,
implant and flashbacks. Like, I mean, we're talking like 3 seasons worth of deep cuts.
I mean, we got it. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just saying we get Beckett kind of coming full circle because she's been going against Starfleet for 3 seasons, and now we get.
I hope it sticks, but it was nice. It did seem because it felt like, especially at the end, she kind of could have thrown it in their faces that they had all been jerks to her or whatever. But she was nope, it was my bad. It's on me. She took full responsibility for it. It was great. It was awesome, and we also got the introduction of a new character, Ensign. Vulcan. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, and I forgot. Like, it took me probably a second to be like, they're just introduced. Oh, it's her from the other episode. Oh
wait, is she from a different episode?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
The Lower Decks, the Vulcan. She's the Vulcan that was.
Okay. All right, cool.
See, this is
We
what
also picked out that the woman Mariner goes off with she met at the
at the
Booth festival.
The fair, the fair,
yes.
yeah.
No, she's from the Lower Decks Vulcan ship, which that's true. Like we haven't really seen that in a while, so it is kind of a like, and then she's there, and they are all animated, so they kind of all look similar. But I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
We also learned that Picard is the one footing the bill for the archaeological
Which
funds
is
that this
funny.
lady goes on.
Which makes a
it's
little
just
sense. Like, I guess footing the bill is weird to say in a Star Trek world, but I
I don't
what
know.
else are you gonna
He
do?
was the mysterious benefactor. I'm not sure what else that would mean. I guess he provides the materials. I don't know. I'm not sure what it means either. But at first I was like, oh my god, are they implying that he's like doing something bad? And I'm like, no, it's just that he wants to return all of these artifacts to like museums.
They belong in a museum.
So I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
What else? What else do we get in? Oh my goodness! I want to talk about the Shax runner, which I thought was great. How Boimler hurt his feelings when he ran in.
Ejecting the warp core. He's like, really, guys? And it's like, wait, should you be able to do that from the bridge? I guess, like, okay, just they're like clapping. His
He had to run down.
Well, I like the because to be truthful, they didn't do this with Shax. We're imprinting on it because what I got from this episode was the Worf.
Yes.
Just getting node all. It was Shax. That doesn't happen to him, but I like that was sort of like what we were doing, and the one time, like, wait, what did you say, Worf? Let's do. Let's fire the torpedoes at the ship. Let's do what Worf says. Like what? Well, that's what we get from Shax. So
this is the third, I guess, if you count 09, right? That we actually see a warp core ejected on Star Trek. So, and we see that it blows everything up. So it's very exciting.
Almost everything.
Yeah,
which is funny because I had kind of forgotten that that was Shaq's thing of always recommending to eject the warp core, but is right. And man, it would have taken a while because he's got to go down the pylon, back through the nacelle into because it's in that little pod. So like that would have taken a while to get there.
Who was it? It made me laugh out loud. Was it the doctor or someone was like, I didn't spend 5 years on an Oberth class in order to get
Yes.
Yeah, it was the doctor. Yeah.
I guess. Well, and yeah, we get a lot of, again, I mean, it's Lower Deck, so it's all references, but, the evil computer has an M5 Multitronic kind of vibe to it. This was, and we haven't even talked about, like, the mission, the whole race to first, to Second Contact. That was really fun to watch, too, because...
Second Contact race? Look, I was making things up at the moment, all right.
Or when the bird doctor's in the center seat, he calls his mom. He's like, your baby boy is sitting in the center seat.
And then he yells at her when they get home.
I like how the captain knew who it was.
Yeah, it's like grandmama. It's like not right now.
That was great.
Again, the show it nails it. It knocks it out of the park every week. It's so funny.
Well, one thing that's continued in this episode, that actually started in the previous episode, was this race that they were kind of building up towards, and we didn't talk about it, but. In the last episode, they went to the "Don't Do Drugs" episode planets, and what a weird! I love it. Like the people that
it's like a season one deep dive. But hey, like in real time, that many years, like a lot of years have passed from us seeing that epised.
And they're all just a planet of ransoms, like focused on the health and stuff. I thought that was awesome.
Exercise is my drug. But I mean, it was interesting to go to the other planet, but like that, it's just like, so how did it go after Picard? Because you could, especially that season, the early TNG, you can kind of make fun of like they're just kind of doing TOS of, dash out, well, our job here is done. Like what? But like just to be like, no, we're good. I mean, no, we're good. No. Okay. All right.
Well, and then they talk about their history and then we were plunged into
I know.
like it took a while to get better. Well, and I'm kind of sad we didn't see anything on the other planet because they're the producers of the drug. So I would have thought, like, what if they all got addicted to it? Because they can't. Because didn't all he do was like destroy the ships that they used to get the drug from one planet to the other? That's all he did.
Yeah, it was something with the shipping,
Or like
they
they're like-
refused to repair the engines or something.
So-
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. It's yeah. Again, it's a fun
Yeah, that-
callback to make
That,
of
it
all
was,
the planets.
yeah. But then, like you said, we did get the second contact sort of race. Is what she called it. That's what she called it. I don't know what that is.
So what was it? So we had a
yeah,
what
it
was
was
it?
3.
So like quality of life, is that which is the one with the sand?
Oh yeah.
That's the second. That was the second one they go to.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of the episode.
What
that that's
episode they're referencing? Well,
Yeah.
but I thought it was so cool. I mean, again, as a nerdy Star Trek person, that
Home soil. Sorry, I had to think of
Yeah.
it. Home soil was the
that nobody on the Cerritos was against Tendi. Like she was like, oh no, that's you got to take your time.
Oh, yeah.
you got to
Yeah,
check
yeah.
that secondary buffer. You know, that's
because they're actually really good at their jobs. Like this is their jobs, a second contact, and yeah, no, that's true. And they're right. They're like, it could have been. Like we don't know until you check. And I'm like, oh man, what a
Well,
healthy
and normally
workplace.
that sort of a thing, wouldn't be something to cause them pain or anything like that. Like it would just pause their operations or whatever. So it's probably just a routine for them. Like it's probably just like they're just so used to like, oh, we have to stop if there's any.
Yeah, they had like a
thing.
protocol. They're like, oh, possibly sentient sand. Gotta stop and run the test.
game off.
Yeah.
Game off. Game back on. Come on, guys. We're doing galaxy class here. Come on.
So see what?
And then
so
the third planet.
I'm trying to remember. What was
they
the
go-
first one? I'm trying to remember now.
What was the first one?
Because the
It
second
was
one was the sand.
I remember it was the aliens who looked familiar. I don't know if we'd met them before. It was just beaming. Was it just resupplying them? I can't remember.
Oh, there was one where it was the last one was the planet that was shifting through time.
Yeah.
And it would only appear for
One
like
of those,
an hour.
Brigadoon planets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they ran the gamut there between
Yeah.
a lot of different typical Star Trek tropey things, and it was good. It was funny, but then of course the the Texas class people won, or the ships, I guess.
Yeah. There's no people.
No, I do. I really hope there is because I don't know what the writing cast looks like. Actually, I do. I do know too, the people on the writing cast. But anyway, I don't know if there are any Texans on the writing cast who also then did the same thing of picking the most, never heard of Texas cities. Because there were like 3 or 4 of them, and it's like you've never heard of them.
Yeah. It was, honestly, it was a really good episode.
Well, Texas is
trying to-
really big. Like, there's
I
a
know.
lot of cities in Texas.
Small towns, a lot of small towns.
Anything else in the episode that we didn't? I mean, there's a lot there. It was a meaty episode for sure. We talked about Rutherford. We talked about Boimler and Mariner.
And I think the interesting thing with Boimler, that lower decks, because look, I mean, not as far as like low expectations of what to expect as Star Trek, but it's a cartoon, it makes us laugh, and anything above that, candy. But they have stuck with Boimler's arc of making him growing as more assertive. And so, I mean, bold Boimler, but I mean, he's stuck with it for the past. I don't know if it's the whole season or a whole half season once he started it. Where he speaks up. I mean, I think the hardest part about Lower Decks is how you're not going to promote anyone. Like how many, it's going to be hard to keep all of them as ensigns.
Yeah.
If you keep
they
on
were.
going.
I mean, they were all on the bridge at that. And
Yeah.
Well, not all,
Right.
but Boimler was.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
He
get like field promotions after this mission. Like a lot of. Yeah, so I was looking on Twitter. There was a bunch of chatter about the USS Van Kitters, which was the Sovereign class that shows up, and I guess that's named after like a. I couldn't quite tell if it's like a director or a effects supervisor, but there's like a person in Trek production that has that name that they gave that. I'm like, oh, that's a nice little nod. Although that ship didn't really do much.
Well, to me, I thought that was a callback to themselves,
Right.
Because every
When the
finale
Titan shows up.
has had has had the cavalry's coming, because
Right.
it was the Titan it was another ship. Was it themselves? Well, I don't know, but it's been every
the
time.
Enterprise.
Yeah. But this one, it was funny because first, like they were like, "Oh, what's happening? Like, is the Titan coming to save us?" Like, no, it's not the Titan. And then that ship comes, and then all the ships come. So I thought,
Right.
and you know what? I bought that those were individual Cali class ships and not just a cut and paste.
Yeah, they all had different. They all had different.
They had different
markings.
colors,
different
they had-
angles.
Yes, yeah. It was literally not just cut and paste. There's one thing I want to talk about actually, and this bothers me only in a stupid, superficial way, but like, I don't like the trope, and this like new Star Trek has really leaned heavy on this, that like a brand new type of ship can literally destroy everything.
Oh yeah.
Like it really
like
bothers
three
me the
torpedoes.
idea.
And it's like what?
Destroys the brain.
Yeah.
Like literally these tiny ships. That scene when it was like destroying this the space dock was like I was just rolling my eyes the whole time. Like this space dock is freaking massive,
Well,
man.
think
like,
of the generator on a space dock. Think how much power it can pump into its shields. Like,
yeah. Or it's counter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing. It would easily nothing could probably destroy a space dock. Like maybe short of a Borg cube or something like that.
Now, to be fair, the Mars defense perimeter was on its way. It was on its way.
I love the part where they're trying to talk about, types of things they could try, and they're listing things that we do in other episodes. Like, what if we use modifying the deflector dish as a weapon? Like, we did that in Best of Both Worlds, Or they're like, what can we say to trap it in a logic spiral? It's like, Kirk's done that. But anyway, and then that's when they're like doing the eject the warp core. It's like, there's only so many things we could do to win, so just got to run through the list.
My little annoyance, but it's little, but was that this is what midway through the episode, because these episodes aren't long. I mean, like, a lot of people died in this episode. I mean, I was kind of like,
people die in a lot of the episodes. Like the finale
is a cartoon.
last season, that other ship, like a lot of their crew, I think, die. But yeah, it's.
Yeah, I mean, that was like,
I need
pushing
to
the
make
line a little
list
bit
now, because I'm looking at Memory Alpha is not. I was hoping Memory Alpha would have like a paragraph list of all the Cali class, because they say them so fast. They list a couple of them. I think they list the ones that hail in.
Right.
Which makes sense.
including that crew. That was it. Who was it?
It was like the weird dream where like they're all like Boimler walks onto the bridge and they all look like them, but they're like Jack's the girl and Boimler's like a bug. But like from behind they all look like the main crew.
Yeah.
That should make sense.
That's great. Well,
I mean,
it's also like why where like. Did Mariner leave Starfleet and then join in like a day and a half, or which is fine. Again, it's you grant it for the telling of the story, and it was good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good finale. Like you mentioned, Darren, they do bang up finales, man. Like they really
and they tie into the season. It's not just like let's just do something different for the finale. It's like no, this has been building, It always, it's interesting. I think Lower Decks, it's not a problem, but it tells its stories. I think of like a throttle, like putting down the gas pedal, like because some episodes I remember like in season 2, or even the beginning of this season, or was it the beginning of this one where she was still in prison? Anyways, like we're thinking, it's going to take 3 episodes for that to get resolved. Nope, about half of the first episode, and we're on our way. Like, so sometimes it'll take 2 episodes to figure out something, and sometimes it's like 10 minutes. You never know. And I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that's something that they've perfected with this 20. Because except for Prodigy, it's the only show that's this short. Like they tell a really big story for 10, 20, 25-minute episodes.
Yeah, it to me, that's a good point. It's like there's not like a lot of narrative structure overall to everything. Like it definitely goes in sequence, but it's like you don't know. Is this a thread that they're going to pick up on later on? Maybe they'll joke about it. Maybe this will get resolved in 5 minutes. The Rutherford's thing. Got resolved in one scene, and it was like something from 2 episodes ago. It was like, we just learned 2 episodes ago that he lost half of his memory, and that's what it's from, and now we know it's this, and that's it. It's wrapped up. So it's like, I have no idea what season 4 of Lower Decks is going to look like. I can't even
That's true.
predict.
This was almost like, it wasn't a
direction
finale, but like it could be. If we got no Lower Decks after this, we'd be fine.
Yeah.
But
I mean, maybe sad, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
You're leaving a high.
I mean, I'm glad that they have said that they are doing a 4th season, because I want to see a 4th season.
I mean, California class is literally the Lower Decks of the ships. Like it is.
Yeah.
It is the.
They're the lower decks on the lower decks. Like it's lower decks.
So
and
it's-
They're
separate.
literally
Yeah.
second class, as in second contact class ships.
Exactly. Yeah.
They kind of are.
All right, moving on. As Star Trek is one to do at this point.
There's 2 animated shows out right now, guys. We got to talk about the other one.
For this week, there
For
were
this week only.
Let's talk about Star Trek Prodigy. I'm not going to name the episode number yet.
Yeah.
Because I have a theory about this.
Are you using a B, or are you anyway?
But it is the episode called Asylum. Now, okay. I am pretty sure, based on what I remember of the last episode, which was who knows the name of that episode, and
Moral Star,
watching this episode,
which was released in February 3rd of this year.
I am convinced. It seems very clear to me that this is season 2. This is season 2, episode 1. That was the end of season 1.
Kind of is. They
Listen,
just
they've
literally
got-
aren't calling it that.
Like who are they trying to convince? I mean, they could tell us. Like, you know,
Right.
are they like self-conscious? Like, oh, guys, sorry, season 1 was only 10 episodes. Like, yeah, no, I mean, that's, of course, why?
And that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then
they're
there's a
calling it
10
season
month
1 part 2, but it's literally season. Like, why not just call it season 2?
It's just season 2. There's literally new uniforms. Why is this not just season 2? I don't understand why this is not season 2.
It's weird because it's the only show that has a hiatus. It's like they don't know what to call
Mid-season, citus, yeah.
it. Yeah, mid-season break. Yeah.
Maybe just all of Prodigy is going to be one thing. And they'll never break it into
Oh,
seasons.
it's not a series. Yeah, it's just one series.
Part 3, Part 4, Season 1, Part 8.
Buy the Star Trek Prodigy complete series on one Blu-ray.
Oh, this only has 1 season? I must not have gotten that many. Oh, it's 158 episodes. What?
No, they're chapters, not episodes.
It's like a book.
I mean, the last episode was the big climactic battle with the dude, right?
Yeah.
They
Yep.
beat the dude. They beat the evil dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
this
then
is
the
clearly the
Medusan
start of something
shows
new.
part of herself, and Gwen loses her memories, and like
Yeah.
And then they bring the dude back this episode. So
Yeah.
as a mid-season, that'd be weird, you know?
Yeah.
You're just watching one episode. Oh, they killed the guy. Next episode, oh, he's back.
How is this not season 2? Well, actually, so that's one thing about the episode that I found really
and the
confusing.
dude's name is the Diviner, just so you know.
The Diviner, yeah. I don't know. Is the Janeway Chakotay? So the Janeway Chakotay flashback happens,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Then
Right.
there's also
Well, it's like a flashback,
present-
but it's also on the holodeck, right? Like
right.
she's
So that's
reliving.
present Janeway.
Yeah.
Is that present
Yes.
Janeway?
Yes.
Okay.
Old
okay.
Janeway
So
on
that-
the with like Daedalus class, Dauntless on the Dauntless, like the
Yeah.
giant-looking Voyager-esque ship with the trailing nacelles.
So the following, the last scene of the episode
Is the
where they find
is the Dauntless
Diviner,
finding the Diviner?
Yeah.
Is
and that is current with the event.
Yeah, so it's like because in the Diviner's area, it's like a little bit after the Protostar left, where it's all
Well, I guess
being
the
done.
confusion would be Starfleet now has the technology to, warp across quadrants now. So
on certain ships. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, anyways, just because you brought that up, I wanted to bring that up. But a free-form discussion. What do you guys think of the episode? Again, it's kind of tough to remember what things happened
Again,
before.
it was
but-
interesting because I totally thought Gwen reclaiming her memory was going to take a couple of episodes, and nope, by the end of this, it's all come back. But again, that makes sense because that is kind of the crux of the season of they want to go back, but if they go back without figuring out how to stop the weapon, it will destroy anything it comes in contact with.
I don't know how to feel. You guys are both ships guys more than I am, but we are now. It has now been used enough times in enough series that the Starship Bridge is now a thing. I don't know how I feel about that. the docking between ships, where that now the
You said Starship Bridge. I thought you meant like the bridge, like
No.
on all ships.
No.
The space tunnel.
yeah,
Yeah, it was like a holodeck. Yeah, I was fine with it. It didn't bother me.
Discovery introduced it, and we're all
That's
like,
a
well,
good
that's
point.
dumb.
Why couldn't they
But
just
then
transport
they used
over?
it twice more.
Literally, what transporters are for.
So,
Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, it's kind of it's a communications.
Or
array. I guess
if
it's
you're
not
gonna
really-
dock, like dock on the saucer. It's literally where most ships
It's
dock.
yeah. Well, the Protostar is so small that
It is
like,
small.
I can definitely see a reason why you would need like.
I mean, we literally tried to jump into its open cargo bay from space.
But like Daniel, I was thinking of you because I guess it was the end of the episode when they're running from the exploding communications station. But anyway, they were using some sick angles. Like I was this is a video game. I'm playing a video game right now with
Jump,
the four
jump,
character.
run.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically and the way they were shooting it. I mean, it wasn't just like a straight on or either way. It was sort of how you would probably do it on a video game of like. So I was like,
Yeah, I think it was. So that's another thing too. I think it was filmed that way to show Rock's like brain processes and like what she had to figure out. By the way, and this could be true. Was this a thing before? Why does this feel like a new trait for her? Was she always into science?
oh, have you watched it all? Because remember she was stuck in the time bubble.
So remember when the protostar core was exploding, and the closer to the core you were, the slower or the faster time went. I can't remember which.
Yeah,
So
okay.
the area,
You're right.
So the area of the bubble that Rock Talk was in was like it went on a sine wave. So it was like very fast, very slow, a little faster, a little slower, a little faster, and like that. So her was on the longest of the slow. So like months at least. Like we don't actually know.
Yes,
how
they've never
long.
actually said.
But
it could
like
have been pretty
months passed for her, and so she's been studying. So she's had like
okay.
maybe 2 years. I don't know. Again, they don't say
Right.
of time to study science, and so she has a lot more knowledge now.
Okay. I just didn't remember that. I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
It was
has
only
been
one episode.
8 months.
Yeah.
I blame the schedule for
Blame that
nothing else.
mid-season break. Yeah.
I don't even blame. Yeah, I don't blame the show for.
You're yelling at your 7-year-old. How come you don't remember that? Come on.
But yes, that's why she. And then she's talking about the sciences, and it's like because she only studied enough to fix the problem. So she didn't like get a whole doctorate or whatever in science. Like, she still doesn't know what she wants to do, which they kind of talk about in this episode.
Right, and I like that idea a lot. I thought that characterization of like the big, strong, beefy person.
I'm
being,
not
like,
the
the
security officer.
Right.
Exactly,
Yeah, she wants to be a
exactly, yeah.
scientist. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
She's
cool.
basically, well, remember, she's like, I think she's supposed to be like an 8-year-old girl in the
Yeah.
first
Right,
season.
right.
And now I don't know how much she's aged, but she's still like a teenage girl like that. But yeah, it's a going against trope of the big rock monster is not the security officer. It's like,
Right.
Rock
I want
monster.
to talk. Okay, there's a couple of topics, and I'm going to start.
Is it
with
going to be how Jacob Pog is royalty?
yeah.
Sometimes, man,
the Federation.
they find really good ways to just like subvert your expectations. Like he just when as soon as he heard that, man, he was just like over the moon. Founding member, okay.
I mean, he's not wrong, but it's like it doesn't mean what he thinks it means.
I want to talk about like Starfleet worship, I guess we could call it. That's going on here, and it's it's kind of weird. I just watching these two episodes back to back. There is a bit of Starfleet worship in both of them. Like Mariner has to learn that Starfleet is super awesome and they're great and they're everything you need to be, and then we learn, and here the whole crew is like gearing up in the beginning of the episode. Starfleet's the best, and we need to join Starfleet, which is great and it's fine. Like I'm not saying it's bad, but I was just noticing that through line between the two.
All right,
shows.
tell us how the Tal Shiar is the bee's knees, Daniel. Go ahead.
I'm not saying Starfleet's bad. Don't get me wrong. I think they have the best goals of all the organizations that we know of. I'm just noticing that was like.
Look, Discovery will come back on the air eventually, Daniel. We can start spitting on Starfleet again, and it'll be great.
That's all. I actually really, really love the interaction between the Protostar crew and that guy,
Lieutenant Frex.
the communications guy.
Denobulin.
That scene
Because
where he's like,
it was kind of hard to tell what he was, but that was my guess.
oh, is that he was?
Yeah, because remember, they don't do isolation well.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
The
I
worst
didn't know that he
person
was.
to put on this station, but
I love that whole scene where it's like basically just backstory city. You could call it like it's literally just.
It's almost as if you were reintroducing the crew in a new season.
almost like several
After
months
a
have
long
passed,
season
and you
break,
really needed to reestablish that.
Bring in your new audience, and
But I love that character, and I loved the idea that these people just show up and they say, "Hey, we stole the ship. Sorry, man. We're giving it back, and we feel real bad." And he's like, "Great, let's sign you. Let's sign you up." And that was awesome.
sorry, just a brief caveat for the good deeds part. I was both scared and kind of hoping that when the episode began and we were underwater, that we were going to pan to see the Protostar underwater, because I'm like, this is Into Darkness intro. We were just doing Into Darkness, so I thought we were just going to do it all the way.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I think it was very Into Darkness. I mean, it's a good intro. You know, it's not a great movie, but that's a good intro. So it was kind of cool to watch them doing the little break the prime directive without breaking
And
the
then
prime directive.
the crew or the indigenous population draws a picture of the Protostar on the. No, you're both right. It's a reintroduction to the crew, but it also kind of shows what they've been doing. Like, this is supposed to be a couple weeks after the last time we saw this crew,
Like during the summer break.
Yeah. What'd you do this summer? Oh, well, we first contact and blah blah blah.
You ever watch a Disney show when the characters are young and after a whole break in the middle of the season, they all went through puberty, and then all of a sudden it's like supposed to be the next day, and you're like, no, that's what's happening here. That's all I'm saying.
And I almost wonder. I'm sure they probably don't think like this, but I'm almost wondering whether the Star Trek showrunners for Prodigy are also like leaving room for the novel verse now to take over, because you can do so many stories between mid season 1 of like, here's 50 books you could have filled on the different adventures they were on.
That's true. And I think I don't know if we've gotten a lot of the episode titles for part 2, but I'm wondering if it will interact at all with the video game as far as timeliness, if it might overlap it. Because I think, isn't the video game, Daniel, you said like they're kind of doing missions and such and trying to save.
Yeah, so it's like
planets.
a very contained story.
Right.
It does feel like it would fit in this middle period because it's like on.
How was Gwen's memory during the gameplay? Was it?
I think it was a thing. I honestly do think it was mentioned because her father comes up a lot, right? And she didn't remember. Now, I could be wrong about this. Again, my memory's fuzzy. She did not know her father was dead, right? That's why she had that whole or killed.
That was the weirdest scene to me. I mean, they're kids, so you can do weird. But like midway through the episode, and Gwen's talking with Medusa, and like, by the way, no one's ever said what happened to him. And I'm like, well, how long has it been? That's been some awkward conversations that have been sort of like, everyone's like, oh, I'm like, Jacob Pug has to go to his room now.
Remind me what actually did happen, because I remember it was the planet, right? The planet that
holodeck
showed you visions.
No,
or whatever.
They were on the holodeck, and the diviner was showing her basically like Starfleet messes everything up, and I think it was because like one Starfleet crew made contact and they didn't, do it well, and then like the planet got destroyed or whatever. But the Medusan basically shows herself to him to combat him, and so he loses his mind, and a little tiny reflection of the Medusan off the comm badge goes into Gwen's eye, and that causes her to forget, because he reveals how he's the bad guy to Gwen fully, and
Time
his
traveler.
plan, and all of that, but then she forgets conveniently, that all of that. So I thought.
So he's not dead. He wasn't.
He was like brain dead, basically. Like he was, and they left.
And they
him.
they left him on the prison colony where they began.
Yeah,
and that's where Janeway finds him
on Mars
at the end of this episode, right?
Mars,
Okay.
Lamora.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think I'm on board. I am confused though. What did happen to Chakotay? We don't know yet.
Well, we don't know, Because
Okay,
the only
right.
thing that Janeway kind of saw when she was poking around the holo records was that robot guy coming through the door. But remember that he time jumped into the past.
We don't know what happened.
Well, he must have, because the time that they've been looking for the protostar is like years, and there's
We don't
no
know.
other way it makes sense.
I mean, he could have gotten kidnapped or taken off the ship in the present time, and then the ship
Is
could
it a
have gone back in
Romulan
time.
plot? Is it a ploy
Yeah.
to start a war?
I mean, there's two ways. I mean, you could always I'm forgetting her name. The Romulan, Yar. You could always do that.
Oh,
Seska or
no, not Seska. That's not what it was.
Sayla.
Sayla. Yeah, you could Sayla. He's been in a Romulan prison for
He's
like
got 2
15
tattoos,
years.
one over each
yeah.
eye.
Well, you know what? That is one thing I did definitely want to touch on, was the one scene that we got between actual Janeway and Chakotay. 'Cause
Captain Chakotay and Admiral Janeway.
somebody on the writing staff is a shipper, because I mean, they were they were talking real close, and he said the only person he would ever call would be her. And
Don't worry, I have
This-
your hologram version to keep me company.
this is now canon. Yeah, exactly, Philip. Exactly. This is now canon. This relationship is continued on.
Yeah, I promise not to have a
Post-Voyager.
relationship with the holographic version of you while I'm on this long mission.
That's not cheating, right? I mean, it's not cheating.
Because it's you.
It's you.
Did
It's a
you
hologram
make
version of you.
holographic Janeway a bathtub, Chakotay? Did you?
So, Philip,
Yes.
as our resident expert, or the guy that's just happening to be going through Voyager right now, there's actually stuff being brought up here, post Voyager, and I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with the post Voyager novels, but like there was like a Voyager something. Everybody got back together and hopped back into the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah,
Am I-
I've read a little
Darren
bit
would
of
know.
it. They call it the full circle fleet, and like they made a armada of ships, and they had like slightly better engine technology, so it wasn't going to take decades, but it's still going to take some time. Like it wasn't
Right.
like this where they just pop into the Delta Quadrant, or maybe only a few of the ships, because they basically start to add like transwarp to like
Right.
I know what's her name, Ezri is captain of a ship, and she has transwarp on her ship. So, but it's not like every ship has this. It's a rare thing.
I think
anyway.
in the novel verse, isn't Chakotay Captain of Voyager?
It might be, but I think Voyager has like upgraded engines and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been given an overhaul.
But
And
that doesn't matter anymore.
Admiral Janeway
Yeah.
is the admiral. She's like standing
Yeah.
on the deck, but she's not the captain.
Yeah.
Just like
But she did go into the Delta Quadrant.
yes, she is part of the full circle fleet.
I actually really liked what they did here, where Chakotay was totally cool with going back into the Delta Quadrant. Janeway's like, over my dead body, I'm never going back into the Delta
Holographic.
Quadrant.
Yeah.
I really liked that. I actually thought that was clever, but it also does like, poo-poo on the novel verse. Whatever, that's fine. You just do what
I like
do.
how Janeway was like, yeah, I don't want to go there, which we all know that Starfleet has banned her from ever leaving the quadrant after. It's like, we'll promote you, but you're not leaving again. We've read the logs.
Okay, the other thing I was confused about was the ship is a weapon thing.
Oh yes, yeah.
What's going on there? I don't remember anything
Diviner.
about this.
It's the Diviner.
Did he like mess with the protostar
Yes.
in some way to?
He put a
that's why the
virus.
ship is.
He put a virus on the ship, and basically, as soon as it comes in contact with like the Federation network, it spreads this virus, and the virus causes it to destroy itself, and which is exactly what happens to the space station.
Okay.
So that's the whole like heroes want what they want, but they can't have it because they have to choose the higher path. And now they know that, because if they hail Starfleet, or if they make contact with another ship, that ship will then start to destroy itself. And eventually that could spread throughout the entire Federation. It's his revenge because he hates the Federation.
So I guess Starfleet should have sprung for a better antivirus. But,
Yeah, no antivirus in this future.
so the red core beneath the bridge was
The evil part. You can tell from the lighting.
Right, you can tell from the lighting.
I was
Diviner.
waiting for Jeffrey Combs' voice.
I was too. Yeah, that would have been good.
Virus is activated.
I guess that's more of a lower decks thing. That's fine. Let's see what else. Oh, what do we think happened to that guy? To the
after all the killing that was in the lower decks, I was like, I mean, it's I'm unfortunate this guy has gotten the wrong idea, and even if he did think they were responsible, they were children. I don't think you should just abandon them.
Right.
But that said, stressful situation, and he is probably having some mental issues as a Denobulan being all alone. So whatever. Yeah, escape pod, right?
Well, you just would think that the Protostar would pick him up. Like you would think they're right there. Why would you not?
I mean, I'm guessing some sort of escape pod. Maybe put him into hibernation and send out a message. Well, because you got to wait for someone to come pick you up.
Janeway will pick him up eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's going to be picked up, and then he's going to have his version of the story, and that's what Starfleet's going to hear first, and that's going to slightly color them.
He also had some interesting rank pips.
That's
my
all the rank pips.
Because I saw someone tweeted the picture before I saw the episode. Because welcome to Twitter, and they were like, da, da, da. And because I think Dave Bless, I forget who does Prodigy, responded. But anyway, that's why I just took that he's a little, that he's just gone a little off the deep end. So I don't be like, oh, he's wearing
like
all the wrong
lieutenant,
pips.
And then he's like, you know what?
A provisional lieutenant.
I need another one. Boop.
Yeah.
Just every month he just adds one just for no reason.
If we're not going to give any credence to it. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
The uniforms don't matter. Pips don't matter.
We're going to have new pips and new uniforms next week anyway.
Next episode is going to be new stuff going on. I couldn't keep up. I can't keep up with it. I can't. There's no way you can do it.
So the one thing I'm trying to put together here is I think, and I still don't like it, but it's not as bad as potentially it could be. The Starfleet uniforms that are in vogue in Prodigy, I'm not talking about the Protostar uniforms. Those are whatever, different for whatever bizarre reason. But the ones that we see with Janeway and her crew, they are basically the Season 3 Picard ones, except it doesn't have an undershirt. Am I right? That's the only difference.
I'd have to look back.
Yeah,
I can't
it's
remember.
hard
I
to
just can't keep
remember.
them all straight anymore.
Because
There's just so many.
Because the Picard has that sort of, I'm looking at mine right over here, has that black T-shirt basically. If you could vaguely remember, it has the black T-shirt, and then in Season 3, I know we haven't seen it technically, but they've kept the black, they've changed the top where it's more like what we saw in Prodigy with that sort of, I don't know how to describe it, sashy kind of thing, but it's that still TNG topish. But anyway, so, but now we have that comm badge from. All the future Berman era is now that's the comm badge, which was fine. But again, I'm trying to lining up with Picard future because this is I forget.
Yeah, what is the timeline here?
Wait, but now it doesn't make sense. Oh shoot, it doesn't make sense because this is before Picard. Dang it.
Right, but how long? We did this before. It was.
Well, it doesn't matter because Season 1 Picard had a uniform. Season 2 Picard had a uniform.
Yes.
I hate this show.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
And here's the thing: we've talked ad nauseum about this, so I'm not going to beat on it too much. But if Paramount was selling toys with each different uniform variation, I'd be like, I get it. It makes sense. You're just trying to sell some more
product.
merch.
Yeah.
They're not doing that though. So why bother changing it every? Maybe there's people in the art department they just have to pay for whatever reason. I don't understand. Just find something consistent. This is the uniform from 2372 to 2382. That's it. That's the uniform. Everybody wears it. That's it. Nice and easy. Boom. And then you just make that timeline up. I don't know.
Or you could do sort of it's not Lower Deck didn't create this, but you can do what we'll call the Lower Deck exception, that this is a special ship with a special uniform. So, okay, I buy all the Cali ships for whatever bizarre reason, have their own uniform, and then Prodigy, the Protostar, it's this NX special vessel, so we have special uniform for just this ship, but everyone else, which they do with Lower Decks, so you gotta give them credit. Lower Decks keeps the movie uniform. Everyone else wears the movie uniform in Lower Decks. So I don't know why in Prodigy we can't do the same thing, but anyway.
Yeah. So the Protostar is a twice special ship.
Yes, it is.
It is the ship that can go into proto warp or whatever they called it, and it is now a ship that has a undetectable, untraceable, unpreventable virus on it.
I mean, it also has the vehicle replicator, but
Yeah, that's. I assume bigger ships do at that point. That's fine. Is Janeway, holodeck Janeway, is she aware of the evil part of the
I don't
ship.
think at all.
No, I mean, because
No.
she didn't even know about the proto drive. Her memory had been.
That's
blocked
true.
out.
That's right. Yeah, she didn't.
It's like, what's this? It's like, shouldn't you know?
Interesting. Okay. Well, what did you guys think of the episode? I thought, again, I think it's a great season 2 opener. I'm looking forward to the rest of this. Are we actually getting back-to-back Prodigy episodes until the end? Is that the plan right now?
What is it?
Darren, do you know?
How many
Not
episodes are getting?
sure.
10?
I'll have to look.
I don't think it's that many. I think it's probably like...
Because they've listed. I saw it listed, but
No,
I've
they've
forgotten what
listed
it was.
part 2 of season 1 is 10 episodes as well.
Yeah.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
Are we getting it until the end of the year then? Or whatever? But yeah, it'll be next year. It'll go
Yeah.
into the next year.
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, people don't let us Google while we talk. But anyway,
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, because basically it's this, and then February is Picard, right? Am I right?
Wow. Is it really?
I think so.
When's... whatever.
Because Picard's next, and then presumably Discovery. They haven't announced a date, but presumably so.
Right. Picard is next. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense, but that there must be a gap then between...
Yeah,
unless
no,
they're
I mean, between Christmas and January, it's
Right, yeah, right.
negligible.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
but no, I really like the episode. I mean,
Yeah.
the gap is not helpful, but
It's a good reintroduction because
Yes.
it kind of has to be.
But I still say it is. I mean, Lower Deck stepped it up, season 3. So I mean, I would have said, and I have said before, Prodigy has been my favorite 21st century show. Lower Deck season 3 really brought a strong game. So I don't know if they're equal to me right now, but Prodigy to me, that's my personal opinion, consistently good. I mean, they're short. That's my only complaint, but that's because they're kid shows. But I mean, for the time they're using, the graphics, the story, the characters, it's all there. So that's why I like. And this episode was the same.
Is it because Janeway's there? Philip.
Two Janeways.
That's right. Two separate Janeways.
And a Chakotay, who may have had more characterization in this 10 seconds than he did in 7 years. So.
Wow. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happened to Chakotay, but we'll find out later, of course. But it's always good to see these old characters come back in some fashion. What do you think, Darren?
Yeah, it's, like we said, it's a great day of 2 Star Trek animated shows on at the same time, which was amazing. And yeah, I mean, they're very different. I'm not expecting from Prodigy what I expect from Lower Decks, but I'm enjoying both of them, and I'm ready to. I mean, I think we all would have watched 20 episodes of Prodigy if it had come out in one chunk. So now we just had to wait a little bit.
Now, I did the reintroduction, the TSA scanner. So we have Murph officially identified. A kind
That's right.
of slime worm.
Slime worm. Yeah. Some slime.
We all
something
thought
slime
Denebly
worm.
and Slime Devil, but it wasn't.
I know, for a second I
was
thought,
not.
yeah. And then we get, oh God, I can't even remember name. Quinn and Rock, his only name's and Jacob Talk. What's the main guy's name? Anyway. Dow. We get alert.
This is like Omega particle detected,
It is
sort of,
kind of, yeah.
sort of.
Like
a
we
thing.
know,
What does
but
that mean? What?
But we have to go to like an admiral's base to get the answer, and no
So-
one
you
knows
would
Gwen,
think
which makes
something
sense.
that would be that important would also be like, oh, just deliver that information to the highest level officer there, right? Like you would think. We don't know what it is yet, of course. What is his thing? I love how it's so funny because like. Gwen goes through it, and she's like, "You're not gonna find me." It doesn't find her. Doesn't find her.
That's what they all say. And oh no, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Dale goes through, and he's like, "You're not gonna find me." And then, right?
For yours
So it's
eyes
like,
only, Captain level access. Blah blah blah.
What do we think? What does that even mean? Like, what could that even?
I don't think it really matters. I think it's just the protagonist wanting. That's what he wants most. And if they just literally knew and just told him, it's very anticlimactic. So it's like,
Right.
it's basically saying, it's moving the carrot farther down and saying, we do know, but you were not going to find out just yet. And we'll just go from there.
And people may disagree. I think Prodigy does the best. Again, short, kids, but of every episode of dripping the mystery. Because usually I find it very irritating looking at you, Discovery and Picard. But because what happened to Chakotay? Like we've been asking that question for a whole season, right? It's only been one season.
Think of how much we thought about like, how is there a Janeway hologram when And why have they been looking for the ship for like decades? That doesn't make sense. And then, of course, they explain it. But
Yeah, we still don't understand how the time jump happened. I mean, we do, but we don't. And then
the ship's
now we
got
have,
a proto drive. Like, I'm pretty sure that had something to do with jumping through time.
And then now we have Dahl's identification. So I mean, there's enough mystery,
Right.
but it's not Spock shuttling, which I think is part of what works.
That is
Right,
true.
it keeps shifting it at least. Yeah. What was Rock? What was her her species?
She's
I don't
a
remember.
brick tar.
Okay. Do we know? Were we aware of that before?
I
or no?
don't think we've seen them.
Or like, is this something that was like mentioned in?
It's
a
their
one
first known
line?
example. I guess she was also in a Star Trek New Frontier novel.
Okay.
So,
That's fine.
but for all intents and purposes, a new rock species that we've never really seen.
But we've known Medusans since TOS.
Right.
Yep.
So that was not a surprise. Obviously, it's same
We
thing.
know
with,
Jenkum
Pog.
Pog. As a
Yeah, so.
I like how she was like, "Oh, I'm Medusa. I'll drive. Yeah, you'll drive crazy. Yeah, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Whatever."
I won't look. Got it. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a good reintroduction to the world and the characters. I thought it was fun. And you know what? We'll probably talk a little bit more Prodigy going forward, especially if there's 10 whole more episodes. I'm not buying it. I'm thinking maybe like next week they're going to tweet out, oh, hey, by the way,
Like we'll get
Prodigy
5
isn't
and
gonna
then
be-
a break and then 5 more. They could.
oh, we're shuffling the schedule. all
Guys,
of a
Thanksgiving's coming up. I know you're busy. We don't want to bother you. So and then you got to do your Christmas shopping and okay.
sudden. Yeah. So, man. Anyways, well, Darren, if people wanted to find out which is the best California class ship, how would they find it?
It's the Vacaville. Of course it is. We'll hear about all their adventures on drsci-fi.com. DRSCIFI.
And Philip, if people wanted to find out what the best antivirus in the great country of England is, where would they find you?
I will let you know at the break after we do this break of our podcast season. But you can find me on Twitter until that time at NC Public Servant.
And if people wanted to find out why star bases have the number one defense in all of Starfleet, they could find me at OneUpDan. That's the number one, not the word. All right, until next week, fellas, I'm Daniel Prue,
I'm Philip Gilfus.
And I'm Darren Moser.
stranded here on SETI Alpha 3.